It's that time of year. It's NPS for 2022. They're calling it pipeline though. Over the course of the last 12 months, we have done tool tours through tool stores. We have seen different sales. We've talked to you. We've talked to Milwaukee. We're seeing shifts. We've had conversations. And that means that we have an inkling. We're going to use all that compiled information to tell you what the top 5 tools that will be announced, or at least should be announced, in my opinion. After compiling all that information at Milwaukee's NPS/pipeline for 2022. And it's all coming right up after this message from our sponsor, VCG Construction. If you want to help out with the channel, head on over to the merch store. You get hats, hoodies, t-shirts, and t-shirts because it's too hot for hoodies outside. Link is in the description below. We have no inside information. This is all hunches and just examining what's been coming through the pipeline over the course of the last 12 months. What we're seeing being pushed, what's going on sale. There is nothing been shared with us from Milwaukee Tool about what is going down at the end of June 2022. You didn't know? Pipeline's back, baby! It's back! Or it's NPS. For the noobs, it's pipeline. They made some changes in 2020 where NPS, the new product symposium from Milwaukee Tool, went virtual, man. They put on goggles. It was like everybody was virtual reality at the new product symposium. You could walk around. It was like, yo, I have this tool in my hand, man. And it was like you were really there. Psych! No, I'm only joking. It wasn't like you were really there. You watched it with us. We had a viewing party. We ate food. We saw the new tools. There was 4 of them, and it was great. But here's the thing. That was for 2020. In 2021, Milwaukee Tool just literally skipped all new product symposium pipeline type events. They didn't have one. 2022, it's back. It's back. And here's the thing. We have the information that you want through deducing. So let's get to it. Number 1 or 5, or an honorable mention, whatever you want to call it, would be Milwaukee's M18 Fuel track saw. And here's the reality of this whole thing. It's inevitable. Number 1, you have requested it over and over and over again. A lot of you have said that you're looking to get away from corded. You wanted a more versatile track saw that you could bring to and from the job, not have to worry about extension cords anymore. And you wanted to keep it on the Milwaukee platform because that's the battery platform that you already use. You want to get rid of your corded version, or you wanted to get rid of that other battery platform you've been using for a track saw. Here's the thing, they have to do it. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. And I think it's inevitable. We're gonna see it. And if we don't, I think a lot of you would be doing the same thing as I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be crying. Let us know down in the comment section below, if you don't get a Milwaukee track saw, will you be crying, or would you do something worse? Would you jump ship and go somewhere else? We wanna know. Also, what features do you wanna see in that track saw? Is there something in particular that you think Milwaukee should be adding that the competition did not? Longer tracks, shorter tracks, bigger sections, included sections, more power, more RPM, less RPM, a better blade. We want to know. I mean, let's face it, if Ryobi could release a track saw, Milwaukee Tool could release a track saw. That's right, I said it. Now that I've done it, let's move on. Number 2, or number 4, or number 3, depending on where you're at in this list and how you rank them, would be a Generation 2. It would be Gen 2 table saw from Milwaukee Tool. Now, we know that Milwaukee Tool is set on being fully cordless, creating a fully cordless job site. They want no cords. It also is not going to be hybrid. Although Milwaukee Tool does have instances like lights, their radio, charger, their light charger. There are instances where you can plug a battery in to power the device. You can also plug it into the wall, and in some instances, even charge a battery if it's installed into that tool or device. I don't think the table saw is going to be that way, but I will hope that what they'll do is employ some of the newer M36 technology into that table saw. I know you're like, wait, what did I miss, Vince? M36. Yes, Milwaukee Tool has been releasing specific tools like their shop vacs that you can see in this video over here, and their lawn mower. Both require two 18-volt batteries to operate. Not operate at full capacity, operate, period. And I'm hoping that they will release a version of the table saw, a Gen 2, that requires two batteries, but in addition, will provide better performance. You'll be able to make more consistent, longer rips with less blade deflection. I was fortunate enough to be able to do a collaboration with Richard from Finished Carpentry TV. He had both of those table saws at his house. We had our tool test raw. After that collaboration, I didn't feel the need to come back and buy that saw. I just didn't. Figured I'd use one of my older solutions or wait for Milwaukee to release a track saw. All I'm gonna say is I've been waiting a long time. Let's move on. Here's one that's an honorable mention. And maybe this should be like number 5 or number 1, but I just don't see Milwaukee Tool doing it. I feel other manufacturers did it. It didn't succeed, so Milwaukee says, why even tackle this? A coffee maker. Now, they made a one-off coffee maker for us, and you could see that in this video here. A lot of you want a coffee maker. Milwaukee Tool, why aren't you releasing a coffee maker? The next 2 tools up, it's inevitable. Milwaukee's definitely going to release new versions. And how do I know? I really don't know. I just have a hunch. It's called an intuition, a spidey sense. If I was a superhero, that's what I would call it. But I'm not a superhero. I'm just a contractor that likes a good tool deal. We've been seeing more and more promotions that include Milwaukee's M18 fuel impact driver, as well as their very compact and powerful hammer drill, Gen 3 hammer drill. A lot of you have been requesting a refresh and update. At this point, they're not the most powerful. They're not the most technologically advanced, that's fine. They do have a lot of features and functions. My thing is, wouldn't you prefer maybe the balance? These are pretty doggone good, especially Gen 3 hammer drill. This is a very great combination of features, power, and compactness. This is going to be, in my opinion, very hard to improve. I want to know what you like to see improved. The one thing I know a lot of you would like improved, and I would like improved, is a new trigger. Something to do with the trigger. A lot of you have had problems over the course of the years with the trigger not always actuating the tool. The form factor for me, it might be fine. Like, I don't know. I don't know that they can improve it anymore. It would be the function and the reliability. That would be a great improvement that I'd like to see. An improvement to this switching. Impact driver, once again, I mean, how would Milwaukee improve this? The only thing I could think of is if you look at their compact impact wrenches, I don't know, try light beam. Instead of a single LED light, maybe 3 LEDs. The thing's already compact, it's already powerful. It's not the most powerful anymore, but how would you improve this? I will tell you this much though, it's gonna happen. It's gotta happen because you've been asking for it. And Milwaukee, they're like the Hulkster. They listen. Here's another honorable mention that I think Milwaukee Tool, there's not a chance they're gonna release it. But you want it, we have to mention it, would be a microwave. A lot of you are asking, why can't they do it? Here's the thing, the voltages and the power just aren't there when it comes to battery power. Now, maybe they could do it on the MX Fuel platform, but would you buy an MX Fuel microwave? Would you adopt that MX Fuel platform just to buy a microwave? Next up, it's inevitable. This generation, Gen 2 Fuel, is one generation behind M18, which is on Gen 3, and on top of it, these were released a year prior to those M18 counterparts. Once again, I don't know how Milwaukee Tool is going to do it, but they're going to do it. How can they make this tool more compact or more powerful? Or do they not make it more compact and more powerful? Do they just add more features, make it more reliable? Impact driver, I will tell you this, would benefit from a revised collet. We've had some issues with bit retention on this M12 Fuel over the years. Maybe they would improve this collet like they did the M18 Fuel. It would be a welcome addition. What could Milwaukee Tool add to this? Here's the thing. You have 2 speeds, okay? You have 16 clutch functions. You have a drill mode. You have a hammer drill mode. You have a belt clip. It's compact. It's powerful. It's got a ratcheting chuck. That's all metal. Do they add more safety features? Do they add maybe, what's that clutch feature? I forget what it's called. Is it so powerful that they need to put more safety features? I don't know. Plus, the impact driver, you have 4 separate functions on here. 3 speed and power settings, and you have a tightening mode, a screw driving mode, like for self-tappers. How could they make this any better? Except for maybe adding a tri-light? Is that what they're gonna do? Maybe they'll add some type of new lighting configuration to the drill driver. Leave it down in the comment section below. How do you think Milwaukee Tool should improve these? And the number 1 or number 5, because this list is in no particular order, would be battery technology. A lot of you have been speculating because of the transition going on in the tool industry that Milwaukee would be adding some type of stacked lithium cell pack to their battery platforms. You also mentioned that you're seeing more and more battery promotions happening throughout the industry from Milwaukee Tool. It doesn't matter how many volts a battery pack is, doesn't matter the array. You're putting lithium ion cylindrical cells into a configuration to power a tool. Milwaukee historically has gotten paid a royalty. I don't know if the patent has expired yet, if that's how it works, or if Milwaukee would get paid a royalty forever. I'm not certain. This is Milwaukee Tool's thing. They invented this technology. Would they be so quick to jump platform and move into this new battery technology that you all say is not new, but it's new to the tool industry? If they wanted greater amperage out, I think that they would. I don't think we're gonna see that happen. I could be wrong. Every time I say I don't see something happen, it happens. You never can tell. But what I do see happening is Milwaukee sticking with cylindrical cells and maybe buying upgraded cells to keep the same size footprint, but create larger amp hour batteries. For instance, this CP 3.0, if they upgraded the 21700 cells within this pack, they could have a CP 4.0 potentially. You can see this 6 amp hour here has the same footprint as this 8 amp hour. The only difference between these packs is the quality of cell within the configuration to allow for more total amp hours out. So you're getting 2 whole amp hour more with the same footprint, same weight, same size. Why can't Milwaukee Tool do that with the 12 amp hour pack? Improve the cells within this pack and maybe give us a 14 amp hour or 15 amp hour battery pack in the same form factor. This way, things like chainsaws and lawnmowers and table saws that are high draw, but require a tremendous amount of total power out will run for a longer amount of time. This is inevitable. This is going to happen, in my opinion. Leave it down below if you think Milwaukee Tool will be offering a 15 amp hour, 14 amp hour, 16 amp hour. I don't know what they're going to do over there. The chemists in the back room, in the laboratory, who knows what they're gonna make happen? Leave it all below. We wanna know. With that, I wanna say I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thanks a lot, everybody. I hope to see you all on the next one.